You're not fighting the world, you're fighting yourself, and your excuses are winning. Hey, this is Mumita. Let's talk about ending the war between you and your excuses. Self sabotage is less about lack of willpower and more about the brain's preference for predictability over progress. Your excuses aren't random, they're patterns, and every time you use them, you're reinforcing neural pathways that keep you stuck. Self sabotaging occurs when your actions, whether conscious or unconscious, create obstacles that interfere with your long term goals and well being. The worst part? Most people aren't fully aware it's happening. You know exactly what you need to do, you've known for months, maybe years, but you keep finding reasons not to do it. I don't have time. I'm too tired. It's not the right moment. I'll start Monday. After this stressful period ends. Once I have more money. When I feel more motivated. These aren't explanations. They're defense mechanisms. Your brain is creating convenient excuses to protect you from the discomfort of change, growth, and potential failure. By sabotaging yourself, you create a convenient excuse for failure. I didn't even try, rather than facing the possibility that your best effort might not be enough. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Your excuses serve you. They protect your ego. They let you stay comfortable. They give you something to blame when things don't work out. But they're also destroying your potential. The 5 excuses destroying your life. First excuse, I don't have time. Yes, you do. You have time to scroll social media for an hour. You have time to watch Netflix. You have time for what you prioritize. What you mean is, this isn't important enough to me. Second excuse, I'm waiting for motivation. Motivation doesn't create action. Action creates motivation. You're waiting for a feeling that only comes after you start moving. Third excuse, I'm not ready yet. You'll never be ready. Readiness is a myth your brain sells you to keep you safe. You become ready by doing the thing that scares you. Fourth excuse is too hard. Of course, it's hard. Everything worth doing is hard. Easy things don't change your life. Your comfort with difficulty determines your ceiling. Fifth excuse, what if I fail? You will fail multiple times. That's how learning works. The only real failure is using fear of failure as an excuse not to try. The psychology of self sabotage. Common signs of self sabotage include procrastination, perfectionism, relationship sabotage, and self neglect. These behaviors often stem from deep seated fears and beliefs, creating obstacles that interfere with long term goals. From a neuroscience perspective, self sabotage is rooted in how fear, habit, and emotional memory get wired into your decision making. Your brain associates trying with potential pain, rejection, embarrassment, failure, so it finds creative ways to keep you from trying at all. Research shows procrastination affects approximately 20% of the adult population. But it's not laziness, it's self protection masquerading as a time management problem. The constructed impediments are plausible and they excuse failure. Self handicapping takes effort. You actively engage in layers of conscious and unconscious forms of self deception and truth suppression. The framework for winning the war. Step 1, track your patterns. For 1 week, write down every excuse you make every time you say, I can't, I don't have, or I'll wait until. Document it. Harmful thought patterns occur automatically without conscious processing. You can change what you don't see. Step 2, identify the real fear. Behind every excuse is a fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being seen, fear of disappointing others, fear of discovering you're not as capable as you thought. Name the actual fear. The excuse is just the mask. Step 3. Replace excuse language with ownership language. Instead of I don't have time, say I haven't made this a priority. Instead of I can't, say I'm choosing not to. This removes the victim mentality and puts you back in control. Step 4. Take one micro action immediately, not tomorrow, now. The smallest possible step toward the goal you've been avoiding. Action interrupts the excuse pattern and proves to your brain that the fear is survivable. The Ayurvedic truth. In Ayurveda, excuses are expressions of tamas, inertia, resistance, darkness. When you make excuses, you're choosing stagnation over transformation. At World of Ayurveda, I teach that vitality requires rajas, active engagement, even when it's uncomfortable. Your excuses are your mind's attempt to keep you in your current state because change feels threatening. But growth requires movement, it requires facing discomfort, it requires choosing action over explanation. What changes when you stop making excuses? You reclaim your power. Every excuse is a vote for powerlessness, every action is a vote for agency. When you stop blaming circumstances and start taking responsibility, you transform from victim to creator. You build self trust. Every time you keep a commitment to yourself, you strengthen the belief that you're someone who follows through. Self trust is the foundation of confidence. You create momentum. Action breeds action. One small victory leads to another. The person who stops making excuses builds unstoppable momentum. You discover your actual capacity. You've been living at maybe 30% of what you're capable of because your excuses convinced you that's all you have. Remove the excuses and find out what you're really made of. For 30 days, ban these phrases from your vocabulary. I don't have time. I can't. I'm not ready. Maybe later. It's too hard. Every time you catch yourself about to use an excuse, pause. Ask yourself, what's the real reason I'm avoiding this? Then take one small action toward it anyway. Document what happens. Watch how your life changes when you stop negotiating with yourself. Your excuses are comfortable lies you tell yourself to avoid the discomfort of growth. Every excuse is a brick in the prison you've built around your potential. The war between you and your excuses only ends one way. You decide which voice gets to win, the voice that protects you from discomfort or the voice that pushes you toward possibility. Stop fighting for your limitations. Stop defending why you can't. Stop explaining why now isn't the right time. Your excuses are killing your potential. They're stealing your time. They're robbing you of the life you could be living. End the war. Choose action over explanation. Choose growth over comfort. Choose yourself over your excuses. The only question is, are you ready to win?